David here. The last couple of weeks of this year, in December, there was a lot of hype, a lot of media play regarding the new tax reform law that actually was passed by Congress, signed into law by the president just 2 weeks ago. Leading up to that law being passed, there was a lot of hypotheticals, a lot of misinformation propagated throughout the space. And even after the law has been passed, there still is a lot of hyperbole. People are many times going crazy trying to figure out, what should I do? What should I do? Do I accelerate expenses into 2017? Do I defer income to 2018? What about entity selection? Do I need to form a C corporation now that corporate tax rates are now down to 21% flat across the board? What do I do? What do I do? And here's my point to you. There's still going to be several months, maybe longer, of the IRS actually filling out the guidelines, the clarifications to the tax law. See, when a law is passed, the interpretations are still there to be done. That's why there's so much being played out there, so many unknowns, so much guesswork being done. So to really find out what's going to happen, it's going to be a little bit of time. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do anything. There are certainly things that can be done. And if you've got a good tax advisor, a good CPA, accountant, tax attorney, those people can help you. But here's my caution. Here's my big caution. Don't let the tax tail wag the dog. What do I mean by that? That means, taxes are such an emotional thing. Nobody loves to pay taxes, of course. We know it's a duty. We know by law we're obligated to pay, quote, our fair share, whether you think it's fair or not, by the regulations and the laws that the IRS and Congress have passed, whatever those may be. But we don't like to do it, and we know that it's legally our right and probably our moral duty not to pay more than we should have to. Now, where do we draw the line? You see, you can go overboard. In fact, a lot of people do go overboard because, again, there's this insidious repellent against paying taxes. If I can just pay the least amount of taxes, if I had to pay no taxes at all, life would be great. But that's not really how it works. Not if you're a productive capitalist entrepreneur, small business owner like most of you are. Your goal is to create profit. Your goal is to create the highest profitability company, business as you can with the least amount of your effort. That is really your number one goal, period. Growing bigger, having more revenues, that's great if it serves a purpose. But too many people dwell on, well, I'm making more money, I've got to pay more tax. That's a bad thing. So I need to reshuffle the deck, make all these intricate maneuvers, which take a lot of time. There's a cost involved, not only on the front end to have advisors and attorneys, CPAs, prepare documents, create new entities. Have you really getting tripped up over your own axle, is what I call it, by going through all these machinations. And the problem is for most of us that are visionaries and entrepreneurs, keeping up with all that convolution, it's not our thing. It's not my thing. Now, I'll go to some extent to do those things. I'll take the prudent steps, but I don't focus everything on how do I pay the least taxes. Because here's what I do know. If I focus on making more money, and particularly being more profitable, not just making more money, but being profitable, being efficient in my business, efficient with my time, so I've got more time in my life, that's more important to me. If you're worried about paying a lot of tax, I would say to you, you're not making enough money. Turn it around. Focus on making money. You can hire good people to help you with your tax planning. Just don't overdo it. Don't get tripped up by it. The new tax law overall is good for business. It's overall good for the economy. It's created a lot of momentum in the economy right now. By doing nothing at all, not changing anything, your tax bracket, virtually across the board for every one of you, went down several points, 3 points. You'll probably have a minimum tax savings of 3% to 7% overall if you do nothing else. Now, you can get all mired in the muck and try to dig more out, but I would just caution you, don't let the tax tail wag the dog. I'll see you next time.